Hey, I'm Joe with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at IMS Footpegs for dirt bikes, available at RevZilla.com. So IMS got started in Southern California in 1976 by a dirt track racer by the name of C.H. Wheat. He wanted to use his off-road racing experience to develop parts to enhance an off-road rider's experience. So IMS offers a full range of high-capacity fuel tanks as well as foot pegs. So what we have here are foot pegs designed for dual sport and dirt bikes as an upgrade over the OEM options. So on my left here we have the Super Stock that come in between 65 and 80 bucks. And then on my right we have the Pro Series that come in around 100 bucks. But don't forget, RevZilla offers that price match policy if you do find them for less elsewhere. So when it comes to fitment, be sure to enter your bike into RevZilla's Bike Finder to see what options we have for your machine. The materials that these foot pegs are made of is stainless steel, and they're made in the USA and they're guaranteed for life. So really nice option there from IMS, considering that stainless steel won't rust. And also these are powder coated. So with the Super Stocks, we have them powder coated all the way around and a nice gray finish that'll go with pretty much any bike. And then the Pro Series, we have a nice polished edge all the way around for some extra bling on your bike. So we all know how that goes. We like to add some extra bling to our bikes. So when we start talking about the differences between these two options, so the Super Stock is designed to have more rounded teeth. So these won't bite into your boots as some of the other more aggressive options out there. So the reason that you'd probably want that is maybe you're riding your dual sport bike to work or just around on the trails, and you don't want the pegs tearing up your boots, your work boots, or whatever. Another thing is that if you're riding in technical terrain and you like to dab often to pull your boot off the foot peg, often to put your foot down, these won't really hang on to your boots like some of the more aggressive options would. Now we get into the Pro Series. These are very aggressive. These are much sharper than the Super Stocks. So as you can see, there's 3 rows of teeth here, and then the outer row of teeth really stick up quite a bit. So these will really bite into your boots. They're very sharp. So this is a great option if you really like to ride technical terrain at high speed. You want to make sure your boots are planted on your bike. So these, of course, will do some wear and tear to the soles of your boots, but I think that it's a worthy expense considering being able to control the bike a lot better. Another thing I really like about these guys is that they're very open in the middle. So that's an advantage when you're riding in muddy terrain. You put your foot down in some mud and you go to put your boot back on the foot peg. Some other pegs can really pack up, making them really hard to keep your feet on. So the mud's just going to slide right through these, and then you'll be able to maintain grip on the pegs. Now what I did is I pulled one of the stock foot pegs off of our CRF 450L as a comparison so you guys can see the difference in size. There really is none. They're about 2 by 3 inches, very similar to the stock size. The main difference is that the 450L's pegs are really slim and trim. They're really machined out quite a bit. They're pretty thin for an off-road bike. So we know that when we do put our bikes down on the rocks, it's very easy for this style of peg to get twisted up and tweaked up and bent. So these guys, the IMS, are both very beefed up. So you can see that they're much thicker, which really is, you know, it's a pro and a con. Of course, the pro is that they're much stronger than a stock option in most cases, but the con is that they're a little bit heavier. But I think that's a worthwhile expense for sure. Now when it comes to installation, if you've installed foot pegs on any dirt bike before, it's just the same. You're going to use your stock pins and springs and everything like that. But one thing to consider is that some bikes use snap rings to hold the pin in place, so you'll need a set of snap ring pliers in that scenario. And then other bikes use a split pin or cotter pin. So you might need to pick up a new set of cotter pins, but you can get them at any hardware store or automotive parts store for just a couple cents. So these are a really great option over OEM from IMS. If you'd like to see what other riders have to say about these, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. And if you have any questions about these or anything else you see on our website, give our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email to cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for watching our video today about IMS dirt bike foot pegs. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time.